Discover the history of Burger King, a name inextricably linked to the fast food landscape, as we take you inside the realm of the industry's behemoths. The reign of this colossus, famous for its distinctive Whopper burger and endearing mascot, has experienced unanticipated instability. Join us as we explore Burger King's problems, where financial difficulties have led to closures that have an impact on the entire business. Follow us as we analyze the growth, decline, and bold attempt to reignite the flame of success. In 1954, Burger King started a journey that would eventually leave its mark on the history of fast food. Its flame-grilled burgers came to be associated with strong flavors, and its inventive marketing strategies brought a sense of humor to the business. The brand's growth over the years was nothing short of amazing, and it now has a staggering global footprint of 18,000 outlets in many different countries. A testament to its vast presence and awareness was the approximately 7,000 shops that sported the recognizable Burger King emblem only within the United States. Despite McDonald's dominance in the fast food industry and Burger King's obvious recognition and wide-ranging success, the two companies have been at odds since the 1960s. While using deft marketing ploys to playfully taunt its golden-arched rival, Burger King encountered substantial obstacles in its attempts to dethrone the current fast food king. Burger King's hold on the second place was flimsy, even during brief instances when it did so. The fast food industry's complicated tapestry kept altering, exposing a complex interplay between consumer preferences, societal changes, and shifting market dynamics. Burger King's attempts to take the lead in this competitive climate were consistently foiled, placing it in a recurring position as the runner-up. The history of Burger King is characterized by brave attempts to overthrow its rival, McDonald's. However, holding on to the second spot proved increasingly difficult as market factors changed and consumer preferences continued to shift. The brand's adventurous path, marked by amusing ads and a dedication to flame-grilled quality, has remained a fascinating tale in the fast food sector. An unanticipated global pandemic cast an unexpected shadow over the fast food industry as the new decade got underway. Mandates for staying at home brought about a sharp increase in meal delivery, testing even the most seasoned participants in the market. Adaptable restaurants like Chipotle and Shake Shack quickly modified their business models in response to this paradigm change to meet the surging demand for home-delivered meals. Burger King, however, was taken by surprise by this quickly shifting environment and struggled to negotiate the shifting terrain. Burger King's outmoded operational architecture unfortunately became apparent as its rivals profited from the rise in meal delivery. The epidemic served as a spotlight, highlighting the brand's inability to embrace digital innovation and adapt to the new situation. As more customers started placing their orders online, this vulnerability led to a noticeable drop in foot traffic. The fast food giant's problems were made worse by the missed chance to profit from the growing delivery trend, leaving it to deal with declining revenues and more difficult operational issues. This setback was made worse when, in the first few months of 2021, Burger King lost its hard-won second-place position to Wendy's, further damaging its reputation. This change underlined the necessity of revival efforts as the brand navigated unfamiliar waters while attempting to make up lost ground in an increasingly cutthroat industry environment. Burger King found itself in the midst of a demoralizing slump as the success of its rivals rose. Burger King saw a meager 8% gain in sales, while Wendy's and McDonald's celebrated remarkable sales growth percentages of 18% and 25% respectively. This sharp difference in performance highlighted the brand's difficulty to maintain its competitiveness and take a bigger market share. Burger King's CEO responded to the difficult conditions by publicly acknowledging the problem, bringing attention to a crucial component of the brand's crisis. He identified a dearth of brand new passenger visits as a major contributor to the declining trend. This information was a crucial turning point because it identified the root causes of the brand's lagging sales and declining foot traffic. The recognition also brought to light a troubling trend of consumer behavior, one that constituted a major obstacle to the brand's aspirations for expansion. The brand's disproportionate reliance on menu price increases for revenue growth was a sign of a short-term approach that might have jeopardized the more general goal of luring and keeping a diversified client base. This convergence of issues highlighted the urgent need for creative solutions to revive the brand. increase its clientele, and reclaim its relevance in the increasingly cutthroat fast food industry. Unfortunately, Burger King's approach did not produce perfect outcomes. The company unintentionally saw a surge of consumer resentment as a result of menu prices rising by an average of 21%. In the perspective of its customer base, the perceived value proposition, which was previously a pillar of its appeal, started to deteriorate. Customers felt the strain of rising costs without corresponding improvements in the overall eating experience as prices rose. This terrible outcome brought home how difficult it is balancing preserving profitability with satisfying customer expectations. In the process, Burger King unintentionally revealed a weakness that enabled its rivals to capitalize on a significant element of its demise. Additionally, Burger King's issue had an impact on its franchises, who were also dealing with financial difficulties made worse by the pandemic. Due to the simultaneous constraints of declining foot traffic and structural profitability concerns, a sizable number of these franchise operators were forced to seek refuge in bankruptcy. Their troubles highlighted the seriousness of Burger King's wider situation and emphasized how interrelated the company and its franchise network are. Burger King took a decisive line of action in reaction to this dreadful situation. Thereafter, there was a huge wave of restaurant closures, with more than 450 establishments closing quickly. This endeavor was presented as a strategic move aimed at improving the overall condition of the franchise environment. Under the surface, though, this widespread closing revealed the company's own financial vulnerability, which made business observers wonder how severe Burger King's internal problems actually were. While this was going on, Wendy's stood out as a sharp contrast, announcing expansion plans that suggested a very different course. With the help of its strong sales growth and quick responses to the rapidly shifting industry, Wendy's set its sights on the audacious target of opening up 7,800 outlets by 2025. This comparison provided light on Burger King's critical turning point by illuminating the dissimilar paths chosen by two industry heavyweights. Given the urgency of the circumstance, Burger King took a calculated risk by engaging the help of Patrick Doyle, the former CEO of Domino's Pizza, who is credited with leading the pizza company through a radical transition. Doyle was well positioned to be a change agent within Burger King due to his track record of transforming Domino's from a struggling business to a market leader. His hiring served as a reminder of the seriousness of the brand's problems and the urgent requirement for a major course correction. When Doyle arrived, it signaled a departure from the current quo and a strong commitment to turning around Burger King's prospects. Doyle's leadership offered a new viewpoint and an all-encompassing recovery approach. As the brand faced a key turning point, the Reclaim the Flame effort, a decisive undertaking supported by a substantial expenditure of $400 million, is how this plan came to be. This transformational strategy was built around a comprehensive strategy for revitalizing Burger King's business and brand. The initiative covered crucial business areas, encouraging digital investments to match modern consumer preferences, and orchestrating a complete reinvention of the dining experience through a procedure known as the Royal Reset. Strategic advertising efforts to increase brand visibility were also included. This extensive project included a complete infrastructure upgrade, the addition of new equipment, and the integration of cutting-edge restaurant technology. Burger King's dedication to fundamental transformation was exemplified by the Reclaim the Flame program, which stood for a determined attempt to rekindle its legacy and reclaim its former grandeur. The brand set out on a voyage of reinvention with Patrick Doyle at the helm and a large investment at its disposal, attempting to address its basic issues, re-establish contact with its consumer base, and redefine its position in the brutally competitive fast food industry. The initiative's development highlighted the value of visionary leadership and the tenacity needed to sail through unfamiliar waters. The brand's difficulties exposed the effects of falling behind while also highlighting the critical importance of proactive reform and ongoing reinvention. Burger King's current situation serves as a sobering lesson that even established giants must remain watchful and open to change because success is not always assured. The trip has been turbulent, but there is still some optimism. Burger King has a determination to regain its former greatness, as evidenced by its persistent efforts to rekindle its spark. The brand is displaying its dedication to overcome difficulties and regaining its prior position by refocusing on innovation, customer experience, and operational agility. Only time will tell if Burger King's efforts to rebuild its story and reconnect with its audience in the rapidly changing fast food world will be successful. We invite you to stay involved with us as we continue to closely watch the King's progress towards recovery. To keep up with the latest developments as Burger King works to reclaim its rightful place in the fast food industry, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.